What's up, y'all? It's your girl Letta Jean. So I'm gonna just start out with saying that I have two dreams. Okay, one of them I've waited a long time to talk about because it didn't scare me, but I just wanted to make sure that everything I was hearing was from God. And it's about astral projection and that silver cord. And then I have another more recent dream that I had this morning. So I'll start with the old one first, okay? And this is a warning for sure, because I know there are people out here who dabble and people out here that are serious about this astral projection stuff, and they do it often, whether it's they think they're doing it for good or they're actually doing it for evil or bad. So in this dream, well, let me give you a little back story before I get there. A few years back, I asked God like what my purpose was, what it is he wanted me to do in his kingdom. And I asked who I was, and that came in a vision also. And he told me that you're from the order of the line of Melchizedek. And when I heard that, I had no idea who Melchizedek was. And I had to do my own research and find out that he was a king and a priest. He's only mentioned a couple times in the Bible. He is who Abraham gave an offering to. I think in the Bible it said he gave his tithes because it said it was a tenth. And I'll do more study and talk about Melchizedek in another video, but he told me that, and I didn't get it. I'm still, gathering information, intel, and all that stuff like that. Things like this, you just don't up and be like, oh yes, that's me, and then you just keep it moving. No, you need to figure out what these things mean, who these people are, the lineage behind these orders and stuff like that. So he told me that. Now fast forward to a couple of years ago, I had this vision of, this was a dream because I was asleep. And often I go through these phases of God will have me on the night shift. And what I mean by the night shift is he'll have me up around between the hours of 12 and 6 in prayer. Do I do it every time? No. But I do. And this time, even though I got up to pray, I went to sleep also. And in this dream, he told me, matter of fact, I'm going to explain everything. So in the dream, he came and got me and brought me into space. And I could see all of these silver cords. And then I could see the earth. And he told me in a prior dream that I'm the one that cuts the silver cords. Because if they've gotten to me, it's too late. Meaning they've been warned on several occasions to stop doing this astral projection, because when that silver cord is cut, that's the end of life. So he's told me, and I've been back and forth in space. He's came and got me in my dreams, and we go through space and cut silver cord. I have a long sword that he's given me in the spirit realm to slice these cords, and I cut them with no questions asked, because the Lord told me that if they see me, it's too late. So one day in this dream that I'm talking about now, I was cutting silver cords, and I got to this one cord. It was big. It was like that. It was really, the width of it was really big. And so I'm cutting the cord, and it's not cutting. And matter of fact, the sparks are coming off my sword because the cord isn't coming, it's not cutting through. So I get my scissors, these giant scissors out, and I'm trying to cut this cord, and it is starting to break. But then there's these giant hands that come down and do like this to keep the cord together. And I'm like, God, well, you told me I'm supposed to be this person to cut these cords, so what's going on? And he said there's a prayer warrior in prayer for this individual. And I'm here to tell you, I don't know who that is, but if you are doing this, there's a prayer warrior. There are people in your family that are praying you out of this astral projection stuff, and they want you to stop doing it. Hear me. God has assigned people like me and others to do the cord cutting. Okay? And especially if you end up in a warrior or a prophet's house or apostle or anybody that's anointed by the Spirit of the Lord, they have the ability to end you in the spirit realm, and you do not want to wake up dead, basically. So hear me, stop playing with this astral projection stuff. It's not safe. So that's what I want to say about that. The next time around, I haven't been back to cut any cords lately because I've been watching, and you can find him on YouTube, Micah Turnbow, okay? And he opened my eyes to a different side, and his side gave me confirmation, because I have some journal entries about seeing spirits, and what if we're the ones that are called to make sure that these souls find rest instead of cursing them to hell, casting them to the pits of hell, because these spirits are disturbed. There's a reason why they're roaming the earth. There's a reason why you see ghosts, and they're angry. Some of them are angry, some of them are peaceful, like we see on these movies or whatever, or even with people talking about their encounters in houses and different areas and stuff. There's reasons behind them being here. And one day I have a journal entry, and I'll just subscribe to the channel because I really feel like God is telling me to go ahead and share the things that he's been giving me. And this journal entry is going to be one of them. And basically it said, what if you're the ones that are supposed to help these people find rest for their souls? And when I saw Micah Turnbow talking about a person who astral projected into his home, he gave them a choice. Like, if you come in here, and I'm paraphrasing, this is not word for word, I'm paraphrasing what he said. Basically, he gave them a choice. You can turn your life to Christ, or I'm cutting this cord if you come back in here. And my mind went to my days of work in the spirit realm of cutting cords. And I'm like, well, Lord, I know you said that if they get to me, it's too late. But can I give these people the option one more time? And it made me think about Sodom and Gomorrah, where he was like, well, it gotta be one person here. Well, if you can find one, then I'll save the city. It gotta be 10 people gotta be here. It gotta be 10 that's saved or whatever. And he said, if you can find 10, okay. But that instance made me think about that. And I'm like, well, Lord, if they're here, maybe I can say something. But now that I'm talking about it and saying it out loud, you're giving so many chances. You're giving chance after chance after chance, and you still don't take the opportunity to repent. There are people in line to end what you're doing. So hear me. Don't wait. Stop doing the astral projection stuff. Get into the presence of the Lord. Let him lead and guide you through everything, okay? So that's that dream. So this next dream I had was this morning. And I was in between sleep and being half woke, half sleep. But my prayer before I fell back asleep was, Lord, show me what you want me to see. And I pray this prayer every night before I go to bed. Show me what you want me to see. And let me be led and guided by your Holy Spirit to wherever it is that you want to take me. And this time, it looked like I was in a big warehouse, like a factory where they putting stuff together. And I made it in front of this big giant TV. If I want to put it in perspective, I'm 5'2", so I'm looking up at the screen of the TV, and it's like basically a movie theater screen, right? And I'm standing in front of it, but it's a TV. And then the screen came off. I don't know if I don't remember how it came off. And I don't want to add to it and take away from it. But I know the screen came off, okay? And it was taken off where you could see inside the TV, like the inner workings of the TV, okay? And I can't remember word for word what was said, but to paraphrase, they don't know they're being watched is what I remember for the most part. Basically, they don't know they're being watched. And when they took the screen off, there were empty compartments inside the screen where one of them had like a red it's kind of like a printer cartridge. You know, you got the printer cartridge on the top. It got if you got color, it's a certain color. The black one is just black. This one was red. So you knew whatever was going to be in that area, it had the red frame around it, okay? And then it was like other little empty compartments inside the TV. And then I woke up. So basically, I wanted to just say the dream, but just know that in a few days or weeks or whenever God releases this for me, it's something about the media. It's something about TVs. There's something about what's going on in the world that we don't know we're being watched, okay? And we have to be careful about what we're doing in front of the TVs, in front of our phones, in front of cameras. You know, they're throwing up cameras everywhere on these streets. They have cameras instead of the police, which, you know, it's been instances where these street cameras, they catch you and you weren't speeding, but you get a ticket in the mail, or it wasn't school zone time and the thing still clocked you for speeding through the school zone and you get a ticket in the mail. So it's been stuff going on about that. But get into the presence of God. Let the Lord lead and guide you. That's all I got to say. We're being watched. Okay? We don't know we're being watched. We don't know who's watching us. But with everything that you're doing, focus on Him. Don't let this be a thing of fear. It's just a thing of observation and awareness. Okay? So that's all I got for you guys. Stay tuned, subscribe, like the channel. This is going to be on YouTube. I'm not sharing these anywhere else. That's another thing the Lord has been telling me. He's going to tell me where to post videos. So some of my stuff won't be on Facebook. Some things won't be on Instagram. Some things won't be on TikTok. Some things will just be on YouTube, or some things might just be on Instagram. It's just, you got to follow all of them, okay? At the real letter Jean. So I love you guys. Y'all have a great day. Continue to pray without ceasing.